Did you know that the average person spends about 2.5 hours on social media every single day? That's a lot of time. So, when you catch yourself saying, I don't have time for that, it often means you might just need a bit more motivation or discipline to allocate your time differently. Today, I want to share 4 small but impactful changes I made last year that helped me uncover hidden pockets of time in my day. These adjustments allowed me to balance a full-time job, run a YouTube channel, manage a project, explore different side hustles, and still enjoy some quality time with friends. It can absolutely be done. So, let's dive into how you can stay committed to focusing on what really matters in your life. 1. Turn on flight mode. This is probably the most crucial tip. When you gain control over this simple action, it can seriously enhance your productivity. Here's the scoop. Dopamine, the chemical that makes us feel good, has a significant influence on our choices and actions. Companies know this, and they design their products and notifications to keep us coming back for more of that instant gratification. I started tracking my screen time on my phone, and let me tell you, I was shocked at how many hours I was wasting just scrolling mindlessly. To tackle this issue, I came up with 2 strategies that made a big difference. The first is what I like to call conscious scrolling. It's all about paying attention to how you feel after using your phone. If you're consuming content that inspires and uplifts you, that's fantastic. But if you find yourself endlessly scrolling and feeling drained afterward, it's definitely time to unfollow those accounts that don't add value to your life. Curate your feed to reflect the positivity and motivation you want in your daily life. The second thing I did was set my phone to personal mode. This feature automatically activates between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., so I only get notifications when I intentionally check my apps. On particularly busy days, I sometimes put my phone in another room or even lock it away in a drawer. The goal here is to minimize distractions and keep my focus sharp. The less I'm tempted to pick up my phone, the more productive I can be. 2. Make it a no-brainer. Building new habits can be tough since they often require a lot of motivation, discipline, and willpower, especially when you're just starting out. One effective trick I discovered is to pair a new habit with something you genuinely enjoy. Let me show you how I applied this to my workspace. I've set up my home office in a very intentional way. There's a great quote by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits that really resonated with me. He says our environment heavily influences our habits. Think about it. If your couch faces the TV, it's so easy to just sit down and turn it on after a long day at work. In my office, I made sure that my desk is positioned to have the best view and is the centerpiece of the room. Now, when I walk into that space, it's a no-brainer for me to sit down and get to work. I enjoy being there. 3. Time blocking the night before. When I know I have a packed day ahead, I like to plan everything out in advance. This means setting aside time for checking emails, taking breaks, and even scheduling reminders for when to drink water. Seriously, if it's not on my calendar, I'm likely to forget it. Research shows that only 2% of people can truly multitask effectively. That means the other 98% of us are better off focusing on one task at a time. For example, I allocate my mornings for creative tasks, like brainstorming YouTube ideas or designing thumbnails, while I reserve later times for more logical or administrative work. By planning the night before, I eliminate decision fatigue in the morning, allowing me to jump right into my priorities without wasting precious time figuring out what to tackle next. 4. Choose yourself first. This concept is so important. Just like I encourage you to pay yourself first when it comes to your finances, putting at least 10% of your paycheck aside for savings, you should also do the same with your time. Instead of diving straight into emails and addressing everyone else's priorities first thing in the morning, dedicate that precious time to yourself. Get your most important tasks done before anyone else's needs start creeping in. It's all too easy to push your own goals aside in favor of helping others. But prioritizing your tasks first is crucial. Wake up a little earlier if you need to, and focus on what's important to you before you let anyone else's agenda take over your day. This habit not only helps you make progress toward your own goals, but also reinforces the idea that your time and priorities matter. Another tip would be to invest in things that will increase your productivity and income. click the video appearing on the screen, and I'll show you how I doubled my income with these 4 investments. You can buy them on Amazon. I'll see you there.